You want me to look straight at you? Oh, these fish and chips are sweet as, bruh. Okay, more bro. Or cuz. I can say cuz. I'll just say cuz. Yeah? Okay. Oh, these fish and chips are sweet as, cuz.
Well, we're here today with Paige Farries from the Canada team. Paige, we're here to just chat a bit about your rugby journey so far, your journey to this Rugby World Cup, and a couple of other things along the way. So firstly, tell us about where you started playing rugby, how you got into rugby, and what it was like growing up playing rugby in Canada.
Yeah, so rugby's not like a huge sport in Canada, so I picked up rugby quite late. I picked up rugby when I was 16. I used to play lacrosse, which is Canada's national sport, and it's a contact sport. And I really liked that contact aspect of it, but at the time I was starting to transition out of lacrosse, but I was still like yearning for that contact aspect. So a gym teacher stopped me and was like, "You'd be great at rugby." And then I caught the bug when I was 16 and genuinely never looked back. Quit all the other sports and just full steam ahead.
And when did you make the decision to go over and play your rugby in England in the Premier 15s competition?
Yeah, so I didn't make the decision to go over to England till COVID, just because I really wanted to stay in Canada, finish my university degree. I had played all over Canada, and then when COVID happened, rugby just completely shut down. Obviously, rugby is a very important sport to England, so they kept the Premiership going, and I knew that if I wanted to give myself the best shot at being the best rugby player for the World Cup, that I needed to go over to England. So in 2020, when things were heating up COVID-wise, I packed my bags and moved over to England.
And tell us about your journey to this Rugby World Cup. I know you missed out by a thread to go to the 2017 World Cup in Ireland, and you made obviously the squad this time round. A lot of hard work has gone into it. Can you kind of just tell us a bit about that journey and what it's been like as a player personally?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal, to be honest with you. I think I had the potential to go to the 2017 World Cup, but was never really given a shot. And then I remember watching the 2017 World Cup and watching how well the Canadian women played, and knowing that I wanted to be a part of that. I had to make a giant life decision. I had to make a change to ensure that I went to the 2021 World Cup. So I dropped out of university and packed up my bags and moved across the country to where I knew I'd have a good support system and good resources to focus solely on rugby. And then I probably made that decision in July of 2017, and then by November of 2017 I was on the Canadian team. And so that kind of quick turnaround was very, very surreal. And again, having that experience of going on tour in 2017 and the camaraderie and how amazing it feels for your goals to come to fruition, I knew that I just had to put my head down and focus all the way to the World Cup.
And you're in New Zealand, and what's it been like so far being in Auckland?
Yeah, it's been really amazing. The Canadians, we were really lucky. We got to spend some time in Auckland in June, and being a part of a Rugby World Cup in the Southern Hemisphere for the first time has been so amazing. The atmosphere is incredible. Everyone's obsessed with rugby here. You really feel like a celebrity when you're walking down the streets. People know why you're here, and that's a really special and very different feeling than what you'd get in Canada.
Yeah. So you guys are facing Italy next weekend, or this weekend coming. Obviously, you got the fantastic win over Japan last weekend. How is the squad feeling? What's the environment like in camp? Is it all kind of good vibes?
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good going into playing Italy. I think those World Cup jitters have come out a bit after playing Japan. You really don't know what the World Cup's going to do. Is the momentum of the World Cup going to take you? Are the nerves of the World Cup going to take you? So I think the nerves have kind of settled and we're feeling a bit better. And we got to play Italy in the summer, so we feel prepared and we've done our analysis, and things are really ramping up into the weekend.
You scored your first World Cup try against Japan, just gone in the weekend. What was it like scoring in a game like that with a fantastic crowd in Whangarei?
Yeah, I was honestly just so blessed to be in the right place. That's the classic winger story. Right place, right time. Sarah Caljuvi had blocked a kick from Japan, and genuinely, I think my body reacted before I did. That my body started taking me forward, and I was like, I guess I'm going to score this try now. And you'll see cut to an awkward video of me landing on the ball in the try zone. But it was really incredible. And I remember being like, I did it, you guys, I did it.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, and so tell us a little bit more about some of these, some of your Canadian teammates. Any of the players got some, special talents we wouldn't know about, or any kind of like, who would be like the funniest in the team, who might be the loudest, that type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the funniest and the loudest combined is definitely Emma Taylor. I think there's a few of us who are always gunning for the funniest position, which would be like Emma Taylor, Brianna Miller, myself. It's actually kind of a long-running joke, who is the funniest? I obviously think it's me. But honestly, we've got a lot of good laughs in the team, like a lot of good different varieties of humor, so impossible to say. Special talents also would have to go to Brianna Miller. Nobody knows how to dance like that woman, or nobody knows how to like rally a group to do a giant 32-person coordinated dance like Brianna Miller.
Obviously have a huge, brilliant personality, and you should be an actor. That's what I've heard from your team manager, and you do accents as well. So, I mean, can you do a Kiwi accent? What's your Kiwi accent like? No?
That's like, you've picked one that's just not in my arsenal.
Okay.
I can't do Australian either. I could try British.
Oh yeah, please try.
Okay, let me see, because sometimes it goes a bit. I'll try posh. I went for a walk the other day down the path, and I grabbed a cup of tea, and then there was just the most delicious scones at this little cafe, and I just couldn't help myself. See, that's a bit posh, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
I represent the people. I like to make fun of my coach, and he speaks French. Let me see if I can get into him. Okay. See, he says, "Is it okay for you? We are going to go to the park, and then maybe we will kick the ball around a bit, but I don't know. Okay, bye."
So what was it like watching Caity play for Scotland at the weekend, and obviously getting to watch each other play in this opening World Cup weekend?
It was really, really incredible. She works so hard, and there's nobody who has motivated me more in my rugby career than her. So to see her rugby dreams coming to fruition and seeing her step foot on that World Cup field was truly, truly incredible. And it's hard for me not to be through and through Scotland fan.
And she's got a mean box kick on her, hasn't she?
Yeah. It has been really tough not to see her. Obviously, we knew that this year had to be the sole focus, that the World Cup was the sole focus. But there has been a lot of jokes around the club around the team that I've spent more time in with my Canadian teammates than I have with my fiance. I probably shared a bed with other girls more than I've shared bed with her. Just the way things end up being. But I wouldn't have had it any other way. Like, she gets to go for her dream, and I get to go for mine, and I think that's the best thing in our partnership, is that we allow each other the space to truly achieve our dreams.
How long you guys have been engaged for, and that process of the proposal?
Yeah, we've been engaged for 2 years. We got engaged at the start of, kind of in the middle of COVID. I don't see it ending anytime soon, if I'm being honest with you. I'm wondering if we're going to be one of those couples that has like a 5-year, 10-year engagement. We keep saying like, oh, we'll do it this year, but neither of us are planners. So, probably, yeah, we'll see what comes. But it's nice to have a ring on the finger now, just to keep the people at bay, I think that's been one of the hard things, is watching other rugby couples get engaged after us and getting married before us, that we're like, oh, shucks, we really should do that. So which one of us is going to plan it?
Thank you so much for joining us today, Paige. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you, and all the best for the rest of the World Cup.
Thank you so much. All these fish and chips are sweet as.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, but can you say it so that I can copy? No, I'm really bad at keeping them consistent. I do just need to work on it. Like, I just haven't, And I would hate to offend the Kiwis by like blending with Australian, slash British, slash Swedish. I promise you, I'll go there. It's not good. All these fish and chips are sweet as, cuz.